Man doing good? Did you have a good day at school? Hey, how's my hickey man doing? Good, good, good. See you later, guys. Huh.
In 2 miles, turn right.
Okay, so let me give you the good news and the bad news.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm doing a live stream, but you can listen too. Okay. Ha. Um, I don't know if there's good or bad news. I can't really say what's on my mind quite yet. Um, I am. Well, it's not that I am depressed. I'm just def- uh, what's the word? What's the word I want to say? Defronted? No, no, not defronted. Uh, not confronted. Not kerplunked. We're going to the Cleveland show. We're going to the Cleveland show in Cleveland. Now the show used to be one day. It used to be Sunday, 8 a.m. to about 1 o'clock. You know, most people would be leaving around noon. Really, you would have dealers come in on Saturday night. They would have stuff in their rooms, and they would sell between dealers before the show started. And we show the first time, and I'm saying, why are we doing this all for just 4 hours? Why can't we have this for 2 days? Or why don't you set up on Saturday, like, dealers set up on Saturday and sell like, 9 to 9 or 9 to 5, and then you shut the show down till to the next day. And and then we started doing the racing. This all happened within the last 2 years, 2.5 years, because the first show we did, we were in the room. No, number one, I'm not in a good mood. Number one, um, and number two, I'm not in a good mood, and number three, I'm not in a good mood. Um, so when you're not in a good mood 3 times, then that doesn't make good news. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got my camper, I got the muffler fixed, the tires inflated, and the other than that, everything is okay.
In 1.8 miles, turn left onto Siget Road.
Normally, I would go up on 75, but I don't want to go 70. I'm doing 30 across. Means I have to go south a little bit until I hit 30. It's 23 really. But everything is not. Um, oh, that thing changed. They're putting 5 sheets in Findlay in one location. They're putting 5 Sheets gas stations in one town in Findlay. Unbelievable. Hey, somebody get a hold of Adam Hurt and tell him to text me on my other phone the address to the show. My other phone. Have him text to my other phone. I think it's 419 552 1766. Text me the address to the show on my other phone if Adam Hurt is watching. Okay, so there are a million things going through my head right now that I want to say, but I can't. But we are going to have a good show. We brought a lot of product. I did a lot of advertising. I've advertised on 2 different networks. You know, for people to come, we're going to offer great deals, and we're just going to have fun. I'm going to have fun. I've got plenty of workers. We're going to make pancakes and bacon tomorrow. I've got plenty of pancake mix. I got plenty of bacon. I got 2 big bundles of bacon. So we are going to have bacon and pancakes, and I just have to get high pulp orange juice. Now somebody get a hold of Adam and tell Adam to text me the address. Actually, just text Daniel. Tell him to text me the address to my second phone. I think it's 419-552-7. Or call 419-552-1766. And I think that's this phone here. Do that real quick. Either it's 552 or 522. One of those two. 522 or 552-1766. It's one of those two phone numbers. I always get it messed up. I think it's 552. Now, it's probably 522, not 552. Did you hear me, Xavier or Zach? 552. Either 552 or 522. 1766. Call Gregory, said? No, call me. That's my other phone. That's this phone right here. Got the address or the thing all messed up. 49552. 1766. Which one were you calling? 552? It's one or the other. 552 or 522. I just need someone to call one of those numbers. All right, what number did you dial? 1766. No, was it 552 or 522? 552. All right, so have Adam text me the address to the show to 552-1766. Nobody will listen. Nobody will listen. Nobody ever does. 279, 299. Right. No, you're done. Don't worry about it. Oh, tell Daniel to go Route 30. I'll call him. Don't go the interstate. Go south 23 till you hit 30. Unbelievable. Don't go route or the interstate. Take Route 23 south through Fostoria till you get Route 30 and go east on Route 30.
So east on Route 30.
Yes. Don't go the interstate.
Okay, why? What's wrong with the interstate?
Just it's not as it's easier. It's cheaper too.
Oh, okay. Right.
We're open. Well, how are you open? I can't. Well, I was going to stop and get gas at Casey's, but it says they're open. Well, they're not.
Starting route to 20. Use the left lane to turn onto West South Street.
I know that. I got to get gas.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto State Route 12 East.
I would like to know where all my gas went. I almost guarantee you that when I put the camper into the warehouse in November, that I had a full tank of gas, and I've got less than a quarter of tank.
Turn left onto State Route 12 East. Then take a slight right turn onto West South Street. At the next light, turn left. At the light, turn left onto West Little Street.
Well, we're gonna have a big race tomorrow. I'm gonna build a nice track again, like I normally do. We're gonna have 5 races. We're gonna have Thunderjets, Extraction, 4 gear, and uh, 4 gear and race masters and the semis. So we'll have 5 races. Let's see how many people show up. I know Logan said that he can't because, or not Logan, Lincoln, that's the kid. He can't because his parents, or he's doing a race, I guess. So he can't do it. He won't be there. But we'll see how many other kids or other people show up.
Take a slight right turn onto Columbus Avenue.
I've hit every light in this town. Every light. These roads are terrible. It's Fostoria. Fostoria is a prime example of what happened to NAFTA and us sending all of our factories to Mexico and China. Fostoria is a poster child. It is literally a poster child. The downtown is vacant. All the factories have shut down. There's the only company that's a textile company in Fostoria is what's the gosh, they make they make textiles. They make flooring. Roby Industries. They're the last company that's in Fostoria. Roby. Fostoria. Let me give you guys a prime example of what Fostoria was. A poster child of your typical American heartland city that had industry. It had a great downtown. It had a good retail establishment. It had a nice school. You had a mix of Catholics and Protestants, and it was your typical American city. Okay, it wasn't a town; it was a city. And Fostoria has literally been eaten alive by NAFTA, all these trade agreements that literally have sent everything south. Disgusting. I mean, that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. I mean, I could tell you it's not, and you could, but it's exactly what it is. You have factories, some factories here, but not the. I mean, they're a corporate place here. You got Seneca, Fostoria Brushings, Fostoria Coating Plant. I mean, you have factories here, but nothing like it used to be. And the downtown is absolutely disgusting. There's nothing downtown. There's literally nothing downtown. And what really upsets me is all these Dollar Generals and all these Dollar this and that. They all build right outside the town. They don't use all that property that's downtown. If nobody's, just tear it all down. Tear the whole downtown. You can't, because people have invested in that property, hoping that it will come back. Never come back. Unless someone's got a vision to build and to create retail in a downtown area. Those are the facts. Now, a lot of people can disagree with me. I'll allow you to disagree with me, but you're never going to prove me wrong. Okay? You're never going to prove me wrong. Right, Xavier? I mean, Zach? What games are you playing, Zach? Pokemon. He's playing Pokemon. Zach is, so, I understand. So anyways, Adam kind of messed up. He didn't listen to me. So, we are on our way. We're going to be there at 4 o'clock. We'll be there at 4 o'clock, Adam. So we're going to have a really good show here. Really good show. We're just going to have as much fun as I can. Some disturbing news came to my attention yesterday. which I'm not even going to bring to anybody's attention. I'm beyond the point of getting upset. I'm at the point of just saying, you know what? Why get upset? Why? I did 2 ads, one in Cleveland and one in Toledo. So let's hope that people are seeing the excitement. Well, guy's got a lot of junk. A lot of junk. So this thing takes 50 gallons of gas. So if I fill it, it's $150 to fill it. I thought I had I thought it was filled when I put it away, and I can't believe that I can't believe people would go in the winter and steal gasoline out of it. And I don't think that much gasoline could evaporate. I don't know, maybe it could. You know what I'm saying? We've got enough product. We're going to have some good sales. And let's just hope we have a good crowd. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Bean? You know what I mean, Bean? You know what I mean, Bean? So right now we're on 199 south to hit 23. And then we're going to hit 23 and go east. Well, south a little more until we hit 30. It's starting to rain. I want it to rain. I want it to be raining all weekend, so nobody has any place to go but the slot car show. Right? Zach is here with me, stone cold face Zach. The only disappointment is Ryan is not here. I'm very disappointed that Ryan is not here. Very disappointed. I'm at the point. I don't know what to do anymore. His business isn't doing very good. Ours isn't doing very good. There's a lot of factors why we're not doing very good. And it's a mixed reason. And we're just going to try to recover. Okay. He has no employees. But Mandy could be there. Mandy could drop the kids off with Kathy and then go run the store. That's what Kathy did when I was running Young's Newsstand, and I would have to go down to Columbus and get comic books, and I would put Ryan in a. This is when Ryan was about 4 years old, and I would put him in. It was 1989, 1990. Bryan was 3 years old. I would put him in the car seat. I would take him to Columbus with me. Kathy would go to the store. The other, Kimberly was at Mom's house, and Mom would watch Kimberly. So Mandy could leave the kids with my wife, Kathy, and she could go run the mattress store. See, but this generation is different. They're lazy. They have no drive. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. The camper is driving very smooth. I thought that be sitting there all winter long, the tires would be flat and I'd have a lot of thud, 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 thud. But it's driving very smooth right now. Chucky B. Okay, so there are a lot of people that have not paid their auctions, and we are no longer having auctions on Thursday night because no payments. So we have now discontinued the auctions. We're not doing auctions anymore on Thursday night, and that's just the way it is. Gale Force is going to he's going to the New Jersey show. That was a big mess up. You got the New Jersey show, so you got 20 or 30 vendors going to that show. Like Bob Beers, I guess, is not coming to the New Cleveland shows. What Greg said, Greg Bennett, that Bob Beers is going to be going to the New Jersey show. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Then Mandy complained. Mandy, I'm making pumpkin cookies. Thanks for the new gig baker. Mandy, you've got 6 kids, right? No, they have 5 kids. Mandy can't have any kids anymore. She's too old. she's too old. Mandy can't have kids anymore because she's too old. I'm in no hurry to get there. Normally I would be speeding, but I'm at the point now, I don't care. You know what honestly I could do right now? I could get in my camper and just drive. And just go and go and go. I don't have to prove myself anymore. I'm done proving myself. I'm done proving myself. I'm trying to get enough gas to get to Love's. Love's is about 5 miles from here. And I need to get onto 30 or 23 south, and there's a Love 2 miles down the road. That's where I want to go to get gas because I save 10 cents a gallon, and I think it's $2.89 right now, so I can get it for $2.79. That's what I want to do. Now, it shows that I have less than a quarter of a tank, about a half a quarter of a tank. Now, that should get me, if I keep it under 60, that I should be able to get there. I'm just now coming into Cary, Ohio. Now, I've told people this before. If you go onto Google Earth, if you go to Google Earth and you type in Bryan Young and then my address, 229 East Main Street, Wayne, Ohio, my car will pop up on Google Earth and you'll be able to see me driving down the road. Now you won't see my car, but you'll see me going down the road. It's called the Google Tracker. That's a new feature. About 2 years ago, they started doing that, where you can track people by typing in their name. You'll monitor your speed too. Now the problem with Cary is, so here's what's so funny about when they do this stuff in towns. So Cary did all this new development outside of Cary, a new gas station, new McDonald's, everything's new. And so what did they do? They they all of a sudden did all this construction to where now you can't go that way. You're diverted. It's blocked. Unbelievable. All right, so I just passed into Cary. There's a cougar, a jaguar sitting there. It's been sitting there for 10 years. A jaguar, been sitting there for 10 years. Mandy's got serious mental issues. Then Ryan, man, they're redoing the roads. They're paving the roads. Asphalt. That's expensive. Okay, so I'm coming into Cary. Now, if I can get out of Cary and on to 23, it's 5 mile. I need to get 5 mile. I think I've got enough there. I only get 9 miles to a tank or a gallon. 9 miles. Can you believe that? 9 miles. I get 9 miles to a gallon. This is a V10. V10. This has 10 cylinders. Go think about that. It's not a V8. It's not a V6. It's a V10. These are. There was a guy at the gas station or the mechanics this morning, and they were saying about the V10 that the Ford V10 is almost indestructible engine. If you keep the oil change, if you keep the car cleaned and everything, that it just is. They're almost like workhorses. They just go on and on and on. Okay, so we are now coming out of Cary, and I think I've got enough to get to the Loves. I'm going to try it. If I run out, I'll have Zach walk to Loves, okay? Or maybe Daniel can pick me up a gallon. I don't care. If I run out of gas, I run out of gas. No, I know concrete isn't any cheaper. It's really sad.
In 1 mile, turn right onto US 23 toward Columbus.
To Columbus. So now I'm turning on 23 south. Okay, so this is the route. Well, I didn't take this route because I lived in Bowling Green, and I'd take 75 south until I got 23. But every Wednesday around 9 o'clock, I would leave with Ryan. So Ryan was about 2 years old when I started selling comic books in 1990. He was 2 years old. 1990. All right. And I would take him with me. He would be in the back seat. Okay. And I had my Ford Escort, 1985 and a half Ford Escort. And I would drive to Columbus to get my comics from Capital City. That was the distributor, Capital City. and Capital City, Capital City. And I would go get my comic books, and I was always a day early because they would ship them. They would come into Capital City on Wednesday, and then they would ship them to all the comic book stores within their district, the warehouse district. And I said, well, I'll just drive down on Wednesday and pick them up, and I'll have them a day before. And so I would get back around 3 o'clock. I'd put them on my shelf, and people would know that Young's Newsstand had his comics in the store Wednesday night or Wednesday after 3. And so Thursday morning, I'd have guys come in and get their comic books, get them a day before everybody else, because it depends on how they all shipped. Sometimes they would get them a day, or it would take 2 days. I was always a day ahead of everybody. Pretty cool, isn't that awesome? And I sold a lot of comic books. And then comic books became a commodity item like baseball cards, and then they all went to crap. They started doing all this stupid stuff, all these special Kevin McFar, or not Kevin, what's his name? Mike Mc. He's the one that did all the Spider-Man, and McFarlane. You know, he ruined Spider-Man. They got so ego in their head, they started their own line. They started getting too much money. The comic book prices started going up, and it all collapsed. It literally collapsed in 2 years. From 94 to 96, it went like this to this. Okay, so I have less than a quarter of a tank. I need to get to Love's. Love's is right up the road here. So we are just moving right along. Moving right along. I'm moving right along. Moving right along. I am so depressed. I am so depressed. One of these days, guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. One of these days, I'm just gonna flatline tell you the truth, and it's just gonna be unbridled. I'm just gonna speak it the way it is, and that's the way it's gonna be. Because there's one thing that I am more sure of than anything else. Okay, you know, some people can be confident about this. Some people are confident about that. I am 100% sure about what I know, okay? And some people are somewhat sure. Some people are not sure. I'm 100%. Let me make that very clear. I am 100% sure of what I know. Because I've done it for so long, and I've seen so many things, I'm thinking, you know what? Okay. You know, it's like, you know, and I know there's a lot of people out there that hate Trump. Okay, I get it. You know, you hate Trump. Okay, fine. You know, there's always somebody to hate. You know, and so, and I wasn't a Trump fan either. And I don't know why I'm going to talk about this, but this really goes back to what my philosophy about a lot of things. You know, so before Trump decided to become president, everybody, I mean everybody, and I hope you understand what I mean by everybody. Everybody wanted to kiss his royal, you know what. Okay? Everybody. I don't care who it was, Jimmy Kimmel, Oprah Winfrey. If Trump called, they would be wanting to have him on his show. Period. Everybody, even Obama, everybody wanted him. Okay? And then all of a sudden, and he told his son, Eric, he said, The day he come down the escalator in 2015, he said to Eric, he goes, now we are going to know who our true friends are. And now, so that being said, okay, he knows what he does, okay? Now, is he perfect at what he does? Not always. Now, is he going to come out and say, "Oh, I can't do that"? No, because he's a flamboyant guy. Everybody's flamboyant. And but in life, you have to be sure of what you're doing. And if you're not, you're a loser. Now, I have been with 5 companies, okay? I have been selling slot cars since 1997. Now, if I thought that I was a loser, or I thought that I didn't know what I was doing, or I thought that I was not as good as I should have been, and maybe I should become better, I would believe that if I had been fired from any of the companies that I was with, and that they would say, Bryan, you're just not good at what you're doing, so we're going to have to let you go. Like with Irwin. So Bryan, you're with Irwin Toy. Okay, I'm sorry, Bryan, but you're not doing very good, and so we don't want to hire. Got that done, and now we are just pumping. I got to pump 50 gallons. All right, I'm pumping 50 gallons. I got to put 50 gallons into this thing. I thought there was some in it, but I guess there was no gasoline in it the last time I used it. Okay, now one of my compartments is opened, so we got to shut one of the compartments. So I'll give you a tour of the camper. So this is the camper here. All right, so we got all of my Trump stickers on the back here, guys. This is all the Trump stickers on the back of the camper. We got little dummy. We got another opened up compartment here. And we got it all cleaned up. It's all nice and cleaned here. I'm gonna lock up some of these compartments. So I'm gonna put the phone back onto the thing here, and maybe you guys can yippee-i-o with Zach. I'm gonna lock up some of the compartments.
Okay.
Okay, so we got 18 gallons. We got 18 gallons in the thing right now. 18 gallons. So, you hungry? Do you want to have lunch?
Yeah.
Do you want to eat Arby's? Or do you want to go to McDonald's?
To McDonald's instead.
Okay. You know, you can move this stuff over there to sit and relax more comfortable. Okay, there's a pillow there.
Good.
Okay, we're 25 gallons and it's $65. 25 gallons, $65. So here's the story of this camper, just so you guys understand the perspective of how things changed. So in 1999, gasoline prices were 99 cents a gallon. I know that because I worked for Irwin Toy. Gas prices were 99 cents a gallon. This vehicle was sold in 2000, January of 2000, for $60,000. So when you bought this camper, okay, it's 50 gallon, you would have spent $50 to fill it. Well, that's affordable, $50. 3 years later, when this thing was sold in 2004, gas was $3.43. You went from $50 to $150 to fill it. Ridiculous. How we doing?
Fair.
Fair?
Yeah.
That's what I tell my kids lately, is fair.
Yeah. How do you do it?
Fair. I'm doing fair.
Yeah.
I was just telling my live stream, I do a live stream because we sell toys and all that. Anyway, I was telling, this camper was bought in 2000, 1999, gas was 99 cents. You spent $50 to fill it. 3 years later, in 2004, it went to $3.49 a gallon. It went from $50 to $150.
Yeah.
$111. Okay, we got 42. Okay, guys, we have 42 gallons and $114. Okay, guys, so here's it. So I had 5 gallons left. So technically I could have driven another 50 miles. There's 45 gallons. I filled it with 45 gallons, which was $117. $117. I saved 10 cents. I paid $2.59. Oh, excuse me. And oh, excuse me. So we saved, so there's already 5 gallons in it, even when it was on almost E. So I still had 5 gallons, so I still could have driven another 50 miles, technically. You know what I'm saying? Now, we only have 17 people watching because the other audience likes to watch Xavier. See, Xavier's going to be the popular person now. I'm not going to be popular anymore. Everybody's going to go to Xavier, and I'll just become this watch anymore. So that's the way it is, kind of, guys. So we are at a full tank of gas. We are at full tank, baby. We are full, like baby full.
Turn right to merge onto US 30 East.
All right, 30 East, and then we're going to go west on 30. And let's check in with what? Yeah, the numbskulls. Call Daniel and see if numbskull finally showed up. So I used to take 23 all the way to Columbus. Okay, I used to have Ryan in the back seat. I'd listen to, on the way down, I'd listen to Glenn Beck, and then on the way back, I'd listen to. Actually, Glenn Beck hadn't come out yet. Who was I listening 9 to noon? Okay, good. Okay, so I am all stocked up. I've got plenty of bacon. I've got plenty of butter. I got plenty of pancake mix, and we got plenty of gas. My propane tank is filled. I got plenty of propane. I got plenty of water. My water heater, I got to plug that in this morning, or I got to turn that on later on today, so that we'll have a shower. So Xavier and Matt Henry are going to stay at the hotel room, and I had enough. I had 100,000 points, so I got a free room. 24,000 points. It was 12,000 a point a day. So Mac Henry and Zach are going to stay together, and then we should get everything set up by tonight. Then I brought some cigars, so I'm going to have some cigars tonight. So you can do about 70 miles right now on this thing, and it doesn't shim too much. When you get above 70, it just, I don't know, it just. But anyway, so they bought this thing brand new. Can you believe this? Brand new in 1999, probably January of 2000, for 60 grand. Okay, $60,000 in 2000 and in January of 2000. Gasoline was 99 cents a gallon, and then all of a sudden, now that's a long story. And then gasoline went to $3 a gallon, and they sold this thing really fast. And this was a deluxe model too. This had everything: satellite dish. It already had it had the leveler system already installed. That's why I bought it. That's probably worth the most is the levelers, because what I was been told recently is they don't put levelers in Class C motorhomes anymore. You just pull up and you park. I would never camp long term without levelers. The things that it bops around because of the shocks. It's got inflatable, I don't know what they're called, inflatable boots around the axles. Um, what else does it have? I mean, it's a nice camper. I can't knock this camper. I mean, I told you the story behind this camper. You know, I had bought a 26 footer in 2015 for $3,500. Nice camper. Oh man, I did some screwy things. I put too much water in the one holding tank, and it just fell right out. I had to get that all repaired. That was $1,000. And then um, I screwed up the plumbing. That was, and so I was looking for another camper, and the guy, his name was Joshua at Campers World, said, "Hey Brian, we just got in this Coachman, a 2000 Coachman for 8 grand. It had 20,000 miles on it, 25,000 when I bought it, and they won 8,000 for it. So I went to look at it, and I didn't really look at the roof as much as I should have, and I didn't do that. And there was one major problem that wasn't working. And that was the generator wasn't working. And I said, okay, well I'll give you 7 and you fix the generator. And they said, how about we give it to you for 65 maybe, and you fix the generator. I said, okay. Well, I had the other camper that I had just sold a week before, and I sold that for $4,500. So I only had to come up with 3 grand, which I had 3 grand. So I really got this camper technically for grand. Tomorrow, don't forget to watch our live stream all day tomorrow. And we will be showing you the racetrack. We're going to be doing racing all day, and we're going to have a lot of fun all day tomorrow. See you guys later.